Billions made on AI. I want you to understand something. Watch this. Billionaire net worth has jumped by $150 billion in the second quarter alone to wealth of stocks that printed on AI. I'm going to say this again. $150 billion. This is what I want you to understand. Listen to this. $150 billion made in the second quarter. We talking just 3,000. We talking 3 months. 90 days. 90 days. The reason why these people were able to make $150 billion and add that to their wealth is not because they went out there and worked hard. Now, I'm not taking nothing away from their hard work, but all they did was be in position. It's the one thing I always tell y'all, man. You don't got to get it right. I just need you to be in position. Now, here's the thing. Somebody, if I'm looking at them and I say, okay, they made $150 billion, so that means somebody made $30 billion, somebody made $40 billion, somebody made $20 billion. Am I going to look at them and say, well, that's because they got 1 million shares? No, I'm not. You know what I'm going to say? What did my wealth do for being in position? And that's the mindset I want y'all to have. Yo, I want you to have the mindset of, it don't matter where I start. If I'm starting with $50, if I'm starting with $100, if I'm starting with $1,000, if I'm starting with $5,000, I don't care what my people saying about I ain't got enough money. That just tells me you not in position. I'm in position. Because if my $5,000 turn to $6,000, that's $6,000 I ain't had to go work for. That's $1,000 I got for being in position. And if I can get $1,000 for being in position, I can get $2,000 for being in position. If I can get $2,000 for being in position, I can make $4,000 for being in position. If I can make $4,000 for being in position, I can make $8,000 for being in position. There is no limit on the money I can make from being in position. The problem is when these people making $150 billion, you not in position. You partying. You not in position because you spent your money on a Gucci bag. You spent your money on the red bottoms. You spent your money on a Chanel bag. Now the Chanel bag is an asset. They be tripling in price. So all my Chanel bag holders, all my Rolex watch wearers, them things be going up in price. I bought this watch for $69,000. But that thing worth $80,000 in a year. I ain't mad at my Chanel bag wears, my Rolex watch wears. Y'all ain't getting, you ain't getting no complaint out of me. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. And I'm not even mad at the people buying the red bottoms and stuff. I'm just saying that, I'm not mad at nobody for spending their money how they spend their money. Because there's a bad saying that wealthy people don't spend their money. That's a damn lie. You just don't, they just got the t-shirt that costs $800 and you don't know it because they ain't got the name on it. The t-shirt costs, if you get up close to it and you touch it, that ain't a regular t-shirt. That's not a polo. That ain't a polo V-neck, my guy. That ain't a Hanes his way. That's some Italian crap. That's some European threads. It fits you good, it's husky. Your belly sucked in without you doing it. That ain't right. You feel me? So let's go a little further, right? Let's get into it. All right, right here, Larry Ellison of Oracle CTO, passes Bill Gates to claim the number 4 spot on the world's richest. Watch this. Watch this. His net worth is now $138 billion. He gained $47 billion just off Oracle stock going up. $47 billion. $47 billion. He didn't put the work clothes on and do nothing. He sat back, they came up with some ideas. He paid some people to come up with some ideas that he approved of. And guess what? Because his stock ran up, $47 billion just because Oracle stock. This what I be talking about, the power of untapped wealth. So here's what they gonna say. Here's what they gonna say. Well, Trap, he got more shares than me. Well, duh. He bought the company. He owned it. It's his company. But he bought, when the company went IPO, he was buying shares. He was buying shares every time he could. The only difference from him and you is he just been in position for years. You think you get 38 billion out net worth overnight? He in position. Stock ran up, he ran up. Forrest Gump mode. Forrest Gump mode. All right, let's go a little further. Let's go a little further. Like, we the only one do a live show with this much production. Like, we bar none, we just different. We not in competition with nobody.
To see somebody that looks like us talk about stocks, because I had never seen that before.
You know, we buy during the drought, and in recession is the best time to buy.
I'm showing a whole bunch of wealth up in here, y'all.
Someone who gives me raw and uncut information.
I know how to break down a company. I know how to invest.
Being a more confident investor.
That Wall Street does look like us, no cliche.
I would no longer fertilize my fears.
That financial trauma has to be broken. We gotta understand that we are more than consumers.
One share at a time can change your life,
What we doing? What we doing?
We're printing money, baby.
I think over the last couple years, just being in America has made everyone realize that there's no such thing as job security.
It's time to take accountability. It's time to be responsible. It's time to make the sacrifices. It's time to put in the work, because this time it done got worse. Because this time ain't no saving you.
Wall Street looks like everything on Network, man. Stop playing.
You know why this is important? Because tonight's episode is called The Asset Reigns Supreme. See, y'all like looking at the money in your bank account. That look good to you. I got the money in my bank account, I'm good. But we talked about it last year, that stock's best year, cash best year only gave us 1.66 return on our money. A dollar that ain't moving is a dollar that's losing. Okay, let's go right here. I can't pronounce his name. The CEO of NVIDIA, the largest gainer on the S&P among billionaires. Watch this. His wealth tripled because of NVIDIA stock. That means he was probably worth about 8 billion or 10 billion or whatever that. His wealth tripled on NVIDIA stock going crazy. He now worth $38 billion. So if it's tripled, he was about what, 10 billion? 12 billion? 12 point something billion? Not bad. Think doing numbers. Fish scale guy, Papillon speed dial. 38 billion. So all I'm saying is, if you're in position, you feel me? I just want you to have more assets than cash. That's all I ask. I want you to have more assets than cash. If you somebody that got more assets than cash, you get it. You get it. You get it. You get it. How would you feel if your assets triple in a year? If your net worth, because your net worth is everything, it triples in 1 year, not from how hard you worked, but from you doing the research to invest in the right companies. That's all I want you, that's all tonight, that's all I want you to grasp. Let's go a little further, because I need y'all to see this. Billions made on Bill Gates and Steve Ballmer. This is the people from Microsoft. Watch this. Bill Gates gained $24 billion in 2023 from Microsoft stock. Steve added $32 billion from Microsoft, just from Microsoft stock. Now, some of y'all like me. Bill Gates been one of the richest men in the world since I was a child. I remember coming up as a kid, it was always Bill Gates, the richest man in the world. I'm 40. I'll be 41 this year. Watch this. This man been on the richest man in the world list since the 80s. He been in the top 10 since the 80s, bro. That ain't hard. That ain't easy. That ain't easy. Now, we can talk about the mad scientist stuff he got. I'm with you on all that. I agree with you. He is a mad scientist of some kind. What's the word they say when somebody a mad scientist? He's what's the word called? Devious. He's devious, demented. I may be saying. You feel me? He's demented. He's wicked. But watch this. In America, he's the largest landowner in America. Bill Gates. Outside of Microsoft, guess what one of his biggest holdings is? Waste management. Cash is trash, but the trash is an asset. Cash is trash, but the trash is cashing them out. Bill Gates, this deal alone. Now, of course, yep, he lost money last year. His network went down last year because Microsoft stock went down last year. But guess what? You think he sweated it? Guess what he probably did? Bought more Microsoft. Guess what Steve Ballmer probably did? Bought more Microsoft while it was cheap. And guess what happens? As the stock comes back up, now you talk about adding $32 billion to your net worth and you ain't did nothing. You still out having fun. You still doing what you want to do. All right, let's go a little further, man. Larry Page. These are the people that's down with Alphabet. Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook. Larry Page and Sergey, both nearly $30 billion on Alphabet stock alone. But watch this. Mark Zuckerberg, $57 billion this year alone off Facebook. Now watch this. He's only $40 billion away from where he was before he lost all that on Facebook, when Facebook stock went down because of Apple. How long do you think it's going to take for him to get there? Not too long. He'll be there by the end of the year. So what that tells me is this. These people so cool, they not like us. Not from a skin perspective. We talking about the mindset perspective of, yo, the dude lost, I don't know, $100 billion, $100 billion in net worth in over a couple months. Guess what he did? He's bought more of his company stock. And when the stock came back up, he's only $40 billion. He's only $40 billion away. And the reason why we can say only is because he not going out busting his tail to go make that. He in this business adding value to the company. And as he adds value to the company, the shareholders in the market buy the stock. We're in the stock and the option. As he build his network, I'm going to build my network. I might not have billions yet. It's easy. Because here's the thing, what I want you to also understand. I want you to understand that this money is a tool. The minute you get out of your head, that you going to go work hard and bust your ass to be a millionaire, the minute you get that out your head and say, I'm going to invest my way to being a millionaire, I promise you change the whole dynamic of where you are. There's a thin line in the dichotomy of being, that nigga said dichotomy. There's a thin line within the dichotomy of being wealthy and being in poverty or being middle class. It's two-sided. But there's only a thin line, and it's information. It's information and mindset. It's information and mindset. I know people who are millionaires, but the only way they know how to be millionaires and stay millionaires is by working their butt off. The minute, and I promise you this, y'all, the minute you change your mindset to, I'm going to invest my way to $1 million, the million ain't that far away. The while you thinking I'm going to work my way to be a millionaire, that's what hurts you so much. Because I'm going to be real with you. Based on the tool, I'm not taking away from nobody. Based on the tools that you have, a lot of us don't know how to work our way to being a millionaire. You feel me? Like, based on the tools that we have, based on the tools that the system gave us, based on the tools that they equipped us with, we don't know how to work our way to being a millionaire, let alone a billionaire, even as an entrepreneur, right? A lot of entrepreneurs don't know how to work their way to being a millionaire. Just because you made $1 million don't mean you're a millionaire. We talking about increasing your net worth. You feel me? I'm talking about taking what you have, investing it, and making the money make you a millionaire. Okay, let's go a little further.
What's good, fam, man? It's your boy, the Wallstreet Trappin, man. Listen, we are going on tour. That's right, man. The recession tour is gonna be crazy. Listen, I'm breaking out my personal financial breakdown so you can see exactly how my accounts are set up, how my financial strategist got me set up, and you actually get the workbook of that content once you come to the tour. If you on that VIP, man, you get to have that content for yourself, man. Listen, man, Trappin Tuesdays, the recession tour is coming to a city near you. We coming to New Orleans, we coming to Atlanta, we coming to LA, we coming to Houston, we coming to New York, Philly, and Chi-Town. Listen, we understand so much is going on in the economy right now. So many people are getting hit, whether it's their 401ks, retirement plan, portfolio before the recession. Listen, I want to walk you through the journey and not just empower you, but I want to equip you. I want to financially stimulate you. I want you to breathe life into your last name and turn it to an asset. Now is the perfect time. We are the financial revolutionaries, man. Get your tickets, man. It's $97. Get in the room, man. For the recession tour, we want to leave you with a notebook full of notes that you can use the next day. You got to make the small investment right now that's going to pay dividends for a lifetime, man. We're going to be the last ones to get it out the mud so everybody behind us can get it out the market.